For 1997, Park Avenue is not just redesigned, it's in fact an entirely new luxury sedan, brimming with new features. Features that will strengthen the loyalty of traditional Park Avenue owners while satisfying the needs and wants of a new generation of luxury Buick buyers. Hi, I'm Chuck McLennan for Buick Know-How. It's my great pleasure to introduce you to the 1997 Park Avenue and its many benefits. After watching this presentation, I'm sure you'll agree this is one of the most exciting new models ever to wear this distinguished Buick nameplate. Park Avenue's new styling reflects a carefully balanced blend of familiar design cues and leading-edge vehicle architecture. The considerable depth of the body, measured from the roofline to the bottom of the door, gives the car a substantial presence that should appeal to Roadmaster owners. At the same time, the graceful curves of the sheet metal preserve the clean, sleek lines favored by Park Avenue buyers. The styling also captures some of the best design cues from the Riviera. Perhaps the best evidence of this is what designers call the chamfer plane, a continuous surface running from the headlamps, along the front fenders, through the doors, and into the rear fenders. This sharp crease in the midst of flowing curves combines with the car's greater depth to give Park Avenue a statuesque appearance that's in keeping with its role as Buick's flagship. A large grille with the familiar Buick vertical bars also complements the car's stature. To distinguish the two models, Park Avenue has a stand-up hood ornament, while the Tri-Shield badge on Park Avenue Ultra is incorporated in the top of the grille. Headlamps are of a fixed lens design with integral cornering lamps. The internal light beam reflectors are adjusted with two control knobs. The adjustable reflector design eliminates the need for a clearance gap between the lens and the fender sheet metal. The flush-fitting crystal-clear lenses and bright fluted reflectors contribute to the elegant appearance of the front end. Daytime running lights are a standard safety feature. The smooth lines at the door and side panels are complemented by flush door handles. These are a second-generation, functionally improved version of the handles which first appeared on Riviera. Flush-mounted handles have proven to be a significant preference of people interviewed in Buick's Voice of the Customer surveys. They also serve a practical role in improving aerodynamics and reducing wind noise. Single-piece front door glass contributes to the car's sleek appearance, reduces weight, and improves visibility by eliminating the quarter window pillars. Visibility is further enhanced by rear-view mirrors with surfaces that are a full 75% larger than earlier designs. Stainless steel bright accents run from the radiator grille along the protective body side moldings. The accents stop just short of the deck opening. This thoughtful detail helps avoid scratches when unloading luggage from the low lift-over trunk. Some of Park Avenue's most attractive features are not apparent on the surface. Concealed beneath its graceful curves is an extremely strong and rigid underbody structure. Derived from Riviera, the entire underbody design has received a multitude of refinements targeted specifically at satisfying the safety, comfort, and convenience needs of Park Avenue buyers. Occupants are surrounded by a safety cage with special roll-formed and hydroformed reinforcement rails. These provide superior strength for collision protection without contributing additional mass. Bumpers are rigidly mounted to the body, providing more effective transfer of impact forces and reduced vibration. The front end structure is strengthened by the closed section upper engine compartment rails and a welded top radiator support. New through-bolted engine mounts also provide a more rigid structure while reducing the transmission of engine vibration to the body. The main instrument panel mounting structure is now based around a single die-cast magnesium carrier. The entire instrument panel and steering column assembly is built offline and bolted into the vehicle in one step. This not only improves build quality, it also eliminates numerous IP mounting brackets, which are possible sources of squeaks and rattles. The steering column itself is twice as stiff as the previous design and effectively isolates the driver from wheel shake when traveling over rough roads. Park Avenue occupants are also isolated from wind, exterior noise, and water intrusions by multiple seals at each door. One seal is attached to the body around the door opening. A second matching seal is attached around the entire door, while a third runs around the outer perimeter of the upper door. Another seal at the bottom of the door acts as a splash guard. Door hinges are of a through bolted design that improves structural rigidity for greater side impact safety. The harmony of form and function that characterizes the Park Avenue exterior continues within the exceptionally roomy and thoughtfully conceived interior. Park Avenue's seating clearly demonstrates the wealth of knowledge Buick's seat comfort team has gained from working with previous designs. The state-of-the-art 10-way power seats are standard and are operated by what designers refer to as a metaphoric switch, so named because it mimics the shape and the movements of the seat. Park Avenue Ultra seats also feature a 4-way adjustable power lumbar support. Seat belts are attached directly to and move with the seat, an innovation that provides optimum shoulder belt comfort regardless of the occupant's size or the position of the seat. The upper belts are attached to a motorized tower which moves up and down to adjust the height of the shoulder belt. New style head restraints are also attached to the power seat belt towers. On Ultra models, the head restraints employ an articulating design that enables them to be further adjusted for optimum comfort and safety. Rear seats are redesigned with a comfortable chair-like feel. They're also elevated slightly to provide a clearer field of vision and a more open feel for the rear passengers. The entire passenger compartment is wrapped in acoustic insulation that reduces interior noise levels by approximately 33% over the already quiet previous model. When Buick's Voice of the Customer researchers interviewed loyal Park Avenue owners during the early design phase of the new model, many resisted any changes to their favorite car. However, one key improvement that was solicited from these owners is the more legible instrument panel with larger white numerals on black gauges. Also, controls for the radio and dual-zone comfort temp climate control system are mounted higher for easier access. The Concert Sound 2 entertainment system is now standard. Audiophiles will especially enjoy the Ultra's new Concert Sound 3 system. The system's powerful amplifier mounted in the rear delivers 160 watts of sound through 8 channels, each carefully equalized for optimum stereo imaging. Additional speakers include 2 rear shelf mounted subwoofers that handle the bass frequencies. While its appearance is similar, the climate control system has been enhanced for smoother, more efficient operation. The new style passenger side climate control is activated when the sliding temperature selection switch is moved. Settings selected at the passenger side control also regulate the temperature of the airflow from the adjustable rear air vents, which are now standard. Dual zone operation is turned off by a switch on the main climate control head. A new and very efficient air filtration system traps dust, pollen, spores, and other airborne particulates as small as 1 micron before they reach the interior. For the first time, a Driver Information Center, or DIC, is standard on Ultra and available on Park Avenue models. The 5 DIC control buttons are positioned for convenient operation when driving. The driver can select odometer functions as well as fuel data and gauge information. Other gauge displays include oil pressure, coolant temperature, battery voltage, the percentage of remaining oil life, and a tire pressure indicator. Tire pressures are monitored by the wheel speed sensors of the anti-lock brake system, which is standard on Park Avenue and all current Buick models. When a tire loses pressure, its diameter changes and causes the affected wheel to rotate at a different speed in comparison to the others. If a tire loses approximately 8 pounds of pressure, the ABS controller detects wheel speed irregularity and alerts the driver information center to illuminate a check tire pressure telltale in the DIC display. After tire pressures are checked, the reset button must be pressed to recalibrate the wheel monitoring system. Otherwise, the telltale will continue to light each time the key is turned on. Owners should be made aware that this reset function must be performed anytime air is added to a tire. The reset button is also held for 3 seconds to reset the oil life monitor. The change oil telltale will remain on until the oil life monitor is reset. Another button allows the driver to switch between English and metric display readouts. The DIC incorporates other warning indicators that illuminate automatically to alert the driver to such conditions as a door or trunk lid that's been left ajar, as well as low fuel, oil, and other fluids. Warnings appear each time the ignition is cycled to run. As an added measure of safety, Park Avenue now offers an optional head-up display, which projects vehicle speed, high beam, turn signal, and check gauges indicators onto the windshield. To match the driver's line of sight, the display's position can be adjusted vertically using 2 switches located in an overhead console. The overhead console contains 3 lamps and storage space for items such as a garage door opener. On Park Avenue Ultra, a universal programmable garage door opener is included. An attractive safety-oriented option available to 1997 Park Avenue buyers is the convenient moisture-sensing wiper system. The sensing module is attached directly to the inside surface of the windshield. A light-emitting diode in the module emits an infrared light beam that reflects off the surface of the glass and travels through a light pipe to a detector. When moisture contacts the glass in front of the sensor, the LED light beam is dispersed by the water droplets. The detector senses the resulting drop in the intensity of the light and signals the wiper motor to run. As moisture accumulates on the windshield, the wipers continue to operate and automatically shift from low to high speed modes depending on the intensity of the rainfall. To turn on the moisture sensing wiper system, the driver rotates the wiper control switch to the delay position and selects one of the 5 moisture sensitivity positions. These settings replace the intermittent rate selections on the standard wiper control stalk. Selecting a higher setting increases the sensitivity of the moisture sensing module. While the moisture sensing system is active, the wiper arms remain in a slightly raised position at the base of the windshield, like the delay position on the conventional wiper system. As a reminder to the driver that the wiper control switch is on, the wipers operate for 1 cycle each time the ignition switch is turned on. The wipers remain in the delay position until the wiper control switch is turned off. All of the programmable personal choice settings which were introduced on the 1996 Park Avenue are included for 1997. On cars equipped with the Driver Information Center, pressing and holding the English metric button for 5 seconds activates a DIC personal choice programming mode. When activated, the display prompts the user through the steps for selecting the driver number and various personal choice preferences. The reset button is used to cycle through the choices. These are automatic door locks, delayed locking, perimeter lighting, remote activation verification or remote feedback, and memory seat and mirror presets. The English metric button turns selections on or off. The display reads "Selection done" at the end of the programming sequence. 2 new personalization features are added. When the key fob remote transmitter is used to unlock the car, radio settings including the last station tuned, programmed presets, tone, and volume are automatically set to the positions they were in the last time the same transmitter was used. The personalized climate control settings for each of 2 key fob transmitters are also retained in memory. The technology that enables this level of personalization is part of Park Avenue's entirely new electronic architecture. With the Class 2 data system, all modules and controllers are on a peer-to-peer communication status. They all listen to the data on the Class 2 line, but each component picks up information only pertinent to them. Here's Park Avenue's lead electronic engineer to explain this important development.
The Class 2 system allows for awareness of the entire vehicle operation on a higher plane of intelligence. Class 2 communication is quicker and allows diagnosis with Detect 2. It allows for a more flexible architecture or the addition or deletion of modules and systems easily. Increased use of the Class 2 bus allows for more accurate electronic module diagnosis. For example, electronic modules in the door facilitate scan tool diagnosis of door electrical components.
A single key now opens all locks and operates the ignition. The new key is part of Park Avenue's Passkey 3 passive theft deterrent system. Once it's inserted in the ignition, a tiny transponder in the head of the key emits an encoded security signal that is received by the controller. For additional security, 3 trillion individual security codes are available for the key. When it verifies a valid key signal, the Passkey 3 controller, which is mounted in the steering column, sends a fuel delivery enable password to the powertrain control module. Upon receiving a correct fuel enable password, the powertrain control module also enables the starter relay so the engine can crank. The fuel system and starter will operate only when a valid password is received from the passkey code module. 2 special valet keys are also provided for additional security. Distinguished by their gray color, these keys cannot open the trunk or glove box, nor can they be used to duplicate the ignition key. Valet keys have a different electrical signal and are cut differently, so they operate only the door locks and the ignition switch. Undoubtedly, there will be occasions when passkeys are lost or, for one reason or another, customers need additional keys. Remember, in addition to having the correct mechanical cut to open the locks, the key must be recognized by the passkey code module in order to start the car. So, any new key must be learned by the module. There are 3 ways to accomplish this depending on the circumstances. We'll begin with the quick learn procedure. This is used to learn a new key when a valid normal passkey is available. To do this, I first insert the existing passkey in the ignition switch and turn it to run. The security telltale may light briefly until the key is recognized. If the key is recognized immediately, the security telltale may not light. The telltale remains on when an invalid key is used, or when passkey's self-diagnostics detect a fault in the system. Let's continue. With the telltale light out, remove the normal key. Then, within 10 seconds, insert the key to be learned and rotate the ignition switch to run. The security telltale turns on and remains lit until the new key code is learned. This procedure can be used for both normal or valet keys, but keep in mind, valet keys have a different mechanical cut and will operate only the door locks and the ignition switch. To learn additional keys, reinsert the original normal key and repeat the quick learn procedure. Remember though, the coded key module can learn a maximum of 10 keys. Our second key learning method, the auto-learn procedure, can be used when no valid passkey is available. This programming routine is similar to the quick learn procedure, but because of the passkey's security provisions, it takes considerably longer. First, I insert the key to be learned in the ignition switch and turn it to run. When the key code module sees the new key, it lights the security telltale for approximately 10 minutes. When the security telltale turns off, turn the ignition switch to off and remove the key. Then, reinsert the key and turn it to run a second time. Again, the security telltale will turn on for about 10 minutes. When the telltale turns off, remove the key, insert it a third time, and wait for the security telltale to illuminate for another 10 minutes, for a total of 30 minutes. Insert the newly learned key and turn the ignition to run. The security telltale should not remain lit. indicating the coded key module recognizes the new key. Keep in mind, when this procedure is used, all previously learned key codes are erased, so the original keys will no longer function unless they are relearned. For the third key learning method, a Tech2 scan tool is required. We'll cover this procedure in Part 2 of this program. The Passkey 3 security system is so effective, engineers were able to eliminate the locking steering column and the associated components. Customers should be made aware that the steering column does not lock. The standard power plant for Park Avenue remains the powerful and fuel-efficient 3800 Series 2 V6. The supercharged 3800 Series 2 is standard on Ultra models. A new electronic transaxle, the 4T65E, represents the next phase of development of the current 4T60E, already recognized by the automotive community as one of the smoothest automatic transaxles available. The 4T65E incorporates numerous mechanical and electronic changes that contribute to fuel economy, noise reduction, and performance, as well as superior quality and reliability. The Park Avenue Ultra driving experience is further refined by its Magnetic Speed Variable Assist Steering System, or MSVA. This system automatically reduces power steering assist in proportion to vehicle speed to provide a heightened, sure-footed feel when traveling on the highway. Park Avenue suspension components are derived from the state-of-the-art system introduced on the 1995 Riviera. However, many components are newly engineered to retain the best of Riviera's superior handling abilities without sacrificing ultra-smooth ride characteristics favored by Park Avenue owners. Dynaride struts are standard on both Park Avenue and Ultra models, while a Grand Touring suspension option can be ordered on the Ultra. Park Avenue also receives a redesigned large-capacity four-wheel disc brake system. The Delphi Bosch anti-lock brake system is used with traction control standard on the Ultra and available on Park Avenue. The switch for defeating traction control is now mounted on the gear shift lever. I'm sure you'll agree, even with this brief overview, the 1997 Park Avenue and Ultra models offer an unbeatable harmony of luxury, comfort, and performance. Be sure to watch Part 2 of this Buick Know-How release for more details on some of the technical features you've just seen. I'll see you there.